Yo, I'm still here. This ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? It's who I am. Let's go. Cause I'm a warrior. That's right. Yeah, I'm a warrior. You're right. I'm a warrior. Yo, I'm coming at you like an avalanche. Part machine, I've never lost a battle that I've had. Body armor like a soldier, I'm a champion. I'm the greatest thing to step out since the earth begun. Raise my fist to show my haters that I'm never going. Just as long as I keep breathing and my blood is flowing. The fire in my belly ain't a women's destiny. The time is now to take my chances, so come on and follow me. Yeah, I'm a warrior. That's right. I'm a warrior. I can't be nothing less. Yeah, I'm a warrior. Let's go. Look, keep me steady on my feet cause I will never drop. All this sweat and all this pain will never make me stop. I got my dreams in my palm, I gotta hold them tight. I know my future's in good hands, I know my future's bright. I climb the ladder with my strength, I'm growing tall. Words will never hurt me when they try to make me fall. It's impossible to fail when you're already invincible. So come on, test me, I'm the greatest of them all. Come on. This the anthem for everybody who know that they was born to be a fighter. 100% nothing less. Let's go. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Cause I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. That's who I am. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Cause I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Yeah, I'm a warrior.
Hello and welcome everyone to some EWG League action. We got Spade Gaming White taking on Power Surge here in a week 2 matchup. Super excited to join you all. My name is Graf. I'm joined by Clem here on the desk. And this should be a very, very fun matchup as we get map 1 underway.
Yeah, already loading on into this one. It's going to be Hacienda HP to start things off, and I'm glad to see this one back in the rotation. We've seen a lot of banger maps on this one already, some S&D and hardpoint action just the other day, and we'll see if it's going to be another banger series yet again. Spade Gaming White, 2-1 on the season so far. Power Surge dropping down to that 0-2, struggling so far on their season, looking for a big upset tonight.
Yeah, they've got to be careful.
And I'm not sure if I've lost Graph or not. I'm not sure what's going on in the booth right now, but so far so good for Spade Gaming. 40 seconds and climbing here on this P1, and we'll see if they're able to get anything going on this P2, because it is going to be Spade. I mean, just holding from the front. It's Amiri with a double to delay for the moment. Aspect with the little hops on the side door is able to get one for the very least, and now chimes in with his teammate for the second. So Power Surge with the break on the side door, and we'll see how long they can hold this, because the spawns are going to be close here for Spade Gaming. And I guess, I don't know, I might have lost Graphs here, so we'll just continue dolo like for a little bit here. We'll see how much longer Spade Gaming can hold on to this. 10 seconds, it looks like, is all going to be there, so an excellent start from them. P1 getting a lot of time. P2 also getting a decent chunk of change as well. Power Surge struggling a little bit. Start things off here, and a bait and switch coming through on the OE for SG White as they push as a unit. All 4 players going for this wrap toward top flat here. Power Surge, and you try and get some kills in the meantime to get a little bit of this P3, and so far the answer has been no. 3 falling, just going to be up to Joe. Left glide in the hill. He'll skedaddle, and he'll get taken down as well. And I mean, it's just been a clean start from SG White. Honestly, I kind of want to hear the comms or the side of Spade Gaming White in the meantime. Let's take a quick early listen in with them, see how they're coming.
Wait, 10 already. 10.
Hold on. I'm pitching to plat.
One more you. Or 10. I pick up. That's all 4. Start rotating.
Yeah.
Leave me.
Don't block the back. Someone block the back. You guys, maybe.
One's already out new. One's already front new.
You guys should have spun them well.
Yeah.
P2.
Water on you, dead.
Nice. They're gonna have P2.
I'm 5 off you. Let me get this.
One
could hit the wine. I'm looking wine.
I have mid.
Nothing wine.
I'm giving on mid. I'm
new.
Dead.
One front dead.
That one pinching. Give me a second. I'm pitching. I'm gonna try and get
P2. They're all.
Nice. You're by yourself, Rip. You're by yourself.
I know.
I'm streaking off one.
I'm about to
push from mid. One their side.
I'm streaking. Hey, mid. Middle. Open. One more. Last 2 going by open. Last 2 open. I can kill them both.
One more here, dead.
I got him. That's all 4. First one up is top gotta. I needed front. I needed the front too. I stun one front.
I'm gonna pinch off.
Front of me.
Hard anchor.
Dead.
I'm behind 2.
I'm spawning P2. Don't worry. I'm blocking.
Good listen in there with that squad, but I mean, it's just been a really tough map here in map number 1 for Power Surge. It doesn't really matter how the comms go, because you got to deal with 20 and 3 for Ripped. I mean, that is just like otherworldly.
Yeah, this has been just an incredible start from Spade Gaming. I mean, 2 players. I mean, Ripped is specifically 20 and 4 right now. Amiri having a great start at 13 and 5, and the rest of his teammates, I mean, they don't have to do a whole lot when you just got 2 players basically tripling up, quadrupling up on the KD right now. Aspect gets a nice little double kill to start things off for Power Surge, but I mean, already down in the hole, about 130-point deficit early on in this Hacienda. They got to step their foot on the gas, and in a big way here, because I mean, they are, just backs against the wall basically already after the first rotation.
Yeah, another set like that, and we're going to go to map 2 very, very quickly. So, you know, I called it early. This is a map where you got to get, you know, a good footing and not get completely, you know, rug pulled early. And that's sort of what we saw happen. So Power Surge, You know, you have the opportunity to do that again, you know, to your opponents here, but there's going to be a couple of Hellstorms at the very least on board. That's going to make that a lot harder.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe, you know, some higher streaks if they were allowed in this one. Maybe a gunship, maybe a swarm coming through if Ripped was so inclined to call those in, but not meant to be. Only the Hellstorm missile for him, and we'll see if he's able to lock down the front. So far, 1-for-1, but a lot of damage has been done. Amiri there for the trade, and I mean, it's been all SG White so far. Amiri with the turn, not quite the burn. Damage has been done, but Power Surge still a little bit waiting for their teammates off of spawn, so that'll help out. SG White trying to hold Radaza, nice patience, waiting for him to climb up in the window, and I mean, they're just winning all the gunfights at the moment. Everybody falling just up to Joe yet again. He's only able to find one, and just, I mean, clinical performance is kind of how I would describe this map for one so far for Spade.
Yeah, this one has been one you're going to run away with pretty quick here. It does look like Power Surge, I mean, at the very least, get the 15 seconds of scrap at the end of P2, but they're already sort of contested on this P3 rotation. If they can find Redza, maybe they can look to try to find something, but yeah, down he goes. You will get a little bit of purchase in towards the hill, but 2-for-2 in the feed, and still hunting for more. Amiri picks up the extra, and that'll mean Spade that are still here, still soaking. They're, you know, technically could end here, but likely gonna look to do so on that P4.
Yeah, most likely. We'll see. I mean, actually, yeah, now guaranteed heading to that P4 with about 2 seconds to spare in the end. But, I mean, how much time goes their way is up to Power Surge. I mean, they have been really trying to get to the hill, but I feel like just have not been able to get the slays to go your way. I mean, Amiri turning up in a big way. We talked about Ripped. Amiri 22-6 really hasn't even died since I called out the 13-5 performance. Only a couple deaths going his direction. And, I mean, if you're getting outslayed like that, I mean, you can kiss this series goodbye, really. Power Surge now in an unfortunate situation. They do get the last little bit of scrap time, but the rotations are on. You got a couple of players here at new at the very least, but I mean, they basically have to be perfect from here on out.
Yeah, and all the way around, Ripped just makes it easy onto those two. So now you have a perfect setup pretty much for this P4. Would like to see you expand in one direction and take a little bit of space. Look to try to find some initial gunfights. You know, worst case, you lose one and you get a spawner, but now you're already surrounded, so you got to just win these fights. 2-for-1, make it 2-for-2 in the feed. Ripped finds another one, and now looks to put the icing on the cake with one last kill, but can't quite do it. So, Leverage in a position for the moment. Nice little Stemtex to find that secondary spawner. So it will be for a moment the Power Surge find their way into this hill.
Yeah, they locked in a little bit here on the P4, but, I mean, they're going to have to extend pretty much, I mean, 3 straight hills in a row is what's required at the very least. Hellstorm's going to drop, though. Ripped does get the first one. That'll open things up for the time going their direction, but Leverage is going to spot him, calling that one in, so now's a chance to make this pinch happen, but maybe a little bit too fast on that approach. Teammates not quite in a position yet, and Spade able to capitalize on that. Maybe just a little bit of lack of hesitation, or lack of patience there, I should say. And we'll see if they can close things out on this P1. Just about 14 seconds away from doing so. Power Surge, hey, at the very least, you get over 100.
Yeah, you don't get completely stomped out of this one, but this one throughout has looked quite rough for you. Aspect at the very least. Able to find a couple of members there off of the spawn, and you're going to keep increasing your total, but Hasi is just not a map where a comeback of this margin is going to come to you near easy. As Spade just find a couple of kills, they get on towards the hill. I mean, within 10 seconds of the win now, and it is just going to be a couple of desperation players now from Power Surge.
Yeah, all 4 players actually toward the bottom 2 area, and well, they run into the blender right there. 4 dead. Spade Gaming with a dominant map number 1. Thought it was going to be the 100-point club there, or maybe even greater for a minute there, but unable to complete the task, but they do get the job done nonetheless. Doesn't matter how much you win by, as long as you pull out the map in the end. But, I mean, a rough start for Power Surge. I mean, they didn't start to sort of spawn in, answer back a little bit toward the end, but I'm a little bit scared for them heading into this search and destroy if that's how hot Spade Gaming is going to be starting this series off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic start that we saw, so I think only really Redza just, you know, Redza and Liquid just decided to do what they needed to do. They got all the hill time. They let their 2, you know, Slayers go do what they, you know, really had to. So really interested to see where this series goes from here. I think we're gonna have to reset the lobby most likely before we head into map number 2. So gonna set it to a quick break. When we come back, map 2 on Fringe.
And welcome back to the series map number 2. And hey, it's going to be Spade Gaming White with a comfortable lead in this one, taking the 1-0 edge. Miri with the troll little smoke to start things off, but Liquid does strike first blood. We'll see if they're able to get things going. I do believe might be an A hit coming out from the side of Power Surge, but just immediately getting shut down, met with quite a bit of resistance.
Yeah, a little bit of space to work off of, but you get another kill in towards the mid, and just like that, the numbers flip. You get another one that's down to Ripped. First trade through, and now down to the 1 versus 2, but after that, just as easily run down. So 1 round down, and still many to play, though, in this search and destroy on Fringe.
Yeah, good opening start there, coming from the side of Power Surge. They need to win this S&D, I feel like, to have a chance in this series. You saw Joe Biden there with the boomstick to get the final kill cam, and now they'll be up 1-0 in the series. And we'll see. I mean, it is Fringe S&D, so anything can happen. This can be a map where I feel like teams, if you're not practiced on it, can get caught off guard here. But will that be the case for the side of Spade Gaming White, or will they answer back in this one? It looks like bomb's going to be collected, and we might be heading toward B.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of players from the defense up here to be ready in pursuit, though. Smoke down. The one in the top window, though, is the linchpin. They make good on at least the 1 kill. Keeps those numbers from getting out of hand, and a good wrap already from that number 2 player, Shada. Gets all the way through, and again, those numbers still so important here in Search. Omri pushes through, though. Just like that, we're tied up at a couple.
2v2. Spade Gaming trying to collect the bomb. Amiri got the timing, gets the first one. Joe's going to fall. Now, you just got to find the top Shada. We'll see if he's going to get the timing. Oh, he might have just got perfect timing coming through, but both players toward Barn. Shada gets the first. Low HP on Amiri. He will heal back up. Oh, that Semtex would have been perfect. Just a tiny bit off the mark there. Shada still with the life. We'll see how he plays this. 30 seconds now.
Yeah, you take the long wrap, but that's a really long time off the clock. Depends on how fast it's worked on the other side. Whether or not this bomb goes down. Oh, it's going to late wrap back to the A side potentially here. Oh no, will go B. Going to get caught by perfect timing. Shada should have this for free. And easily smokes him. So round number 2 in a row here. I mean, good opportunity to try to get something rolling here on the search, especially after how dominant that hardpoint was the other way. I think just, you know, you don't have to Neslo the series, but you got to try to find a response map quick.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the timing incarnate right there. Shada got perfect timing on like 3 different players that round. I wish my timing was as good as his. Let me tell you. And it's going to be 5 for him now. 3 spree for him. And, you know, Power Surge with the 2-0 start in this one. If they can build some steam on this map, they could definitely take this one and make the series a little bit interesting here. And we'll see how Spade Gaming responses so far. I mean, not a whole lot they can do early on here, as it's basically just dead even. Nobody really moving a muscle on the minimap, just waiting for an opportunity to strike. And I'm curious if the sniper is going to find anything as well, because we saw Joe pull that out a little bit earlier, but nobody really peeking him at the moment.
Ooh, okay. Well, you get a little bit of information at the very least, but Omri still is just able to push on through, finds that kill, does get traded down. So a 3 versus 3, not the, you know, worst case scenario of how that could have played out. But you've got to be careful. These rounds can flip on a knife's edge. And it feels like that's what's been keeping Power Surge in it. If SPADE can start getting a little bit more of the consistency we saw in map 1, this one could get ugly. As Rift all the way in close here. Once this first one, and does find it. Immediately traded down, but the 2 versus 2, there's so little time left.
Yeah, 25 now on the clock. You have a pretty good idea that they're coming toward A here. Liquid, nice gunfight. That's an SMG at that range, too. Not easy shots to land, and Redza right behind him as well. Joe, I mean, can you get out here without losing your life? And the answer is no. Answer is going to come through from SG White as they'll strike here first on the defense. And yeah, just a kind of a slow round. I feel like maybe you just ran out of time in the end there. If you are Power Surge, need to maybe play a little bit faster. You know, I do agree. I do like defaulting and kind of slowing down off the initial approach. But once a lot of time goes off the clock, you kind of got to make a move a little bit sooner than they did.
Yeah, one of the big problems with delaying your attacks so heavily is that, you know, any presence they see with that little time on the clock is going to be almost an instant rotation from everyone on the map. We saw that arrow turn like that when we saw any amount of presence, you know, with roughly 20-ish seconds left. So, I mean, you just got to, at that point, look to win the fights. But if you would have worked, you know, a little bit quicker, maybe you can sow a little bit of doubt. As now into this next round, it is SPADE on their offensive try to tie us up.
4 stack as well toward tracks. Gonna be 3 here for the side of Power Surge. First one falling, top Shada. Gonna start things off with the bang. Make it another one as well. Double for Shada. Having a great SND right now. Rip the third one. That might just die in the crossfire here. 3 down already for SPADE Gaming. And just a stack coming through toward the Beast bomb site works wonders. Radaza behind enemy lines, but I mean, he has the world to do here. Gets the first. Looking for the second one, but Joe, quick scope out of the, well, hard scope, I should say, out of the air there. Will seal the deal. And Power Surge on a roll now. 3 rounds for them.
Yeah, liking what I'm seeing in this map from Power Surge. I especially have, you know, liked what I've seen from Joe on the boomstick. I will say I think I've liked it more on the defense than the offense. But I think that's, you know, generally applicable. I don't remember, you know, last time if we saw Joe bring it on the offense, but I know in round, Power Surge's first defense round we did. And it just did not look like it exerted enough pressure. So we will see it come through again here on the offense. Curious to see if that changes.
Yeah, and it's aggression again toward track. Shada with the bomb. All 4 people here. We'll see if they can find anything. Miri's going to strike for the first blood as well as number 2. No trades coming out as yet as Radaza cover fire on the approach. Now Joe, I mean, last alive, doesn't have the sniper, but it's not going to matter. He is sandwiched in between 3 different members of SPADE Gaming. This should be a conversion. I'm surprised they haven't pushed him yet. There we go. Finally able to get the straggler on that round. And a good answer back from SG White, keeping it within a round.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. You've got to be careful when these rounds start, you know, getting out of hand, that you don't get in your head too much in Search. You know, it's a mode where you can bounce back pretty heavily, especially on a, you know, map like Fringe. Fringe can be a lot of coin flip rounds. So if you're able to, you know, actually slow down the map, work it properly, and find rounds that way, it feels a lot better than just going, okay, we're going to bang out through tracks and we're going to win. And, you know, that's nice to find a round like that. You know, it's still on the scoreboard nonetheless, but doesn't really have that same amount of impact.
Yeah, and 2-2 approach this time around on the defense from Power Surge. SPADE just running through mid-map. They got to be careful. The crossfires are here. You got number 2 Shada in the window. He has been spotted, though, from mid. Nice cover fire coming through. They'll take care of that lurk player. Amiri wins a huge 1v1. Instant trade coming through, but it's Liquid for the advantage now. SPADE 3v1, and I mean, it's Joe yet again, last alive with it all to do, and nothing to be done. We are all tied up here, 3 apiece, and it was an early advantage starting to disappear here for the Power Surge.
Yeah, I mean, it's evaporated. To be fair, we're still at even strength, you know, no closer to deciding a winner than when we started, but this time, you know, these rounds start to pick up a little bit of pressure, a little bit of, you know, extra opportunity to just invest everything you've got, as we do see on the baguette cam aspects, unfortunately. Yeah, round 7. A little bit of a slow start in this one. So hoping to turn that around.
Yeah, 6 rounds deep. Only 1. Not exactly ideal. We'll see if he can turn it up going forward, but aggression toward mid-map. Smoke's going to land, but I'm not sure if that smoke is deep enough to really cause much issue there, as it's going to be one falling. Nice nade from Leverage, gets a double kill, so never mind. Nades are going to work. Gunfights are going to go down. Aspect with the drone, or the bomb in hand. We'll lay the device here, and I mean, 2v2 on the retake now for Spade.
Yeah, not the worst of situations, but it's all about how you play the late round here. Aspect gets spotted. Able to fall on back, but I don't know if I like how Spade are playing this. They are gonna, finally regroup here, but it feels like they could have been playing a little faster earlier, and it would give them more time on these late gunfights. But now they lose one because they just over-aggress down the kill hallway without their smoke, and really makes this nigh impossible. I mean, this should be done. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Nice ace from Leverage as well. Gets all 4 kills that round for his team. A huge round for him to find, up to 9 and 4 now. And I mean, hey, they tried to throw the smoke back alley, but they get caught tossing it, so tough stuff coming through from Spade Gaming, and it will be Power Surge getting another one on the board, extending their lead to 1, but it's been a back and forth this whole time. We'll see if that continues to be the case, and I'm actually curious, what Spade is going to be doing this round as well, because I mean, I feel like this is going to be a critical offense. If you can convert this one, the map's still definitely hanging in the balance, but if you lose this might just be Power Surge's map to win here.
Quickly in towards this A side. Omri has the bomb and wants to lay it, but it's 3 players here to stop him. Line up in the hallway. A team kill at a bad time means Spade have the numbers. Good tag, good kill onto Ripped though. The trade comes through. Down to Leverage in the 1 versus 2.
Yeah, Leverage, I mean, he's on 5. Do you play the streak or do you play the round? It's really, I feel like, whether or not he can get a kill quickly here is going to be that decision. I feel like you got to go for it, though, regardless. You need to try and pull this round out. You want to make sure you keep that lead in your favor, but the time is ticking. You have the AR as well, so not exactly the ideal gunfight to try and clear these close angles with the subs up in the bomb site, and you're running out of time now. 25 on the clock. You still haven't spotted anyone. They're just back-to-back in the bomb site right now, and I mean, he's really hoping he doesn't have to go in there by his lonesome. He's going to get some tags, but nothing more is going to come from this round. And with 14 on the clock, you might as well just, save at this point. Play the streak here.
Yeah, I want to see that exactly, because this one's now done. Plays for the first kill, and if you can stay alive, it's good, but you do eventually get traded down. So, shuts down the streak, and now shuts down that lead again. We're tied at 4 apiece, and we guarantee double-digit rounds.
Guaranteed that double digits. And a good comeback round there again, Spade. I mean, I feel like all these rounds have come down to 1v1s in the end. The later we go here, close back and forth. And we'll see who's going to come up icier in the end. I feel like, Leverage, you're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Shada, it was him early. Leverage in the last couple of rounds is Aspect and Joe going to be able to get something going late into this one. You really need all 4 members of your team to be contributing. And I want to see just kind of a fast play coming out from Power Surge. And looks like the nades are going to be through mid. Looks like they might be playing a little bit slower than my liking, but the aggression from Spade on the flip side is going to be here already. Aspect in the Creddy corner, shuts it down, reading it to perfection. 3 falling early. And that is what I wanted to see out of Power Surge, the turn up from the other 2.
Yeah, you just get a little bit more of a joint effort from your whole squad. You're going to get this bomb down, and I mean, I've already seen 1-1 versus 4 today, but I don't know. The Omni, this one's a little bit more impossible. This one would be even more crazy. Especially, yeah, spotted, overwhelmed, surrounded, and finally taken down. So, the first team to 5 is going to be Power Surge. And honestly, I would not have seen that coming after that map number 1, I'll be honest.
Yeah, definitely not the case, but S&D on a map like this can be a little bit different, I guess you could say. Maybe not exactly a typical map of Call of Duty here. We haven't really seen a ton of Fringe, but from what I have seen, it feels like this is kind of a map where a lot of chaos can ensue and a lot of definitely trolling can happen too. You got to be careful about the setups that you inquire, and well, Power Surge reaping the benefits so far. We'll see if they can close things out here strong on the defense. And now Spade having to string 2 rounds together here. We'll see if they can get it going, because already first blood. Nice nade over the top from Shada.
Yep, I think it was a double as well, so good coordination there from Power Surge. Leverage especially has stepped up big time in this one, and now Just got to find a round up numbers, like what I'm seeing from Joe Biden here. Just falling on back, does not want to be the one that gets picked and equalizes. And it's by a little bit that hesitation almost costs, but you have your team now in position. You can look to start closing the net.
Yeah, 3v4, all you gotta do is play the trades if you are Power Surge. Spade, they still have to plant, they have to go. Another kill falling, and now it's just a Miri 1v4. Low HP, gets the trade on the second one. Didn't get out with his life, though, and it will be Power Surge clutching up in the S&D, keeping us alive and guaranteeing a map number 4 here. So a good bounce back. I mean, a great bounce back, honestly. The fact that they come back from almost getting 100 point clubbed in map number 1 to taking the search, I mean, yeah, like you said, not something I expected.
Yeah, 6-4 as well. Off of the back of a good performance from Leverage, but it was a whole, it was a group performance. I don't think anyone in this entire lobby was lagging, that far behind, but it was just good consistency on a map like Fringe. Really like what I saw from both squads in that one. Now we head to the Scar and, another relatively open map. So I'm really curious to see how that opens up the AR play a little bit more, especially with, a guaranteed Colossus in map 4. That'll definitely be a sub paradise. So, it'll be your chance on this Scar to really show what you've got if you're an AR.
Yeah, and I feel like Leverage, showed out in that map. Can he show out in this the Scar Overload coming up here in a minute? I mean, ARs, paradise, this kind of map. So we might be seeing, potentially 4, even 6 ARs at times. Depends on the play style, of course. But we're going to send it to a quick break while we get the lobby locked and loaded here. Tied 1 apiece. We'll see who strikes first after this.
Welcome back, everyone. Map number 3 here on Scar Overload. We get locked back on into this one. Spade gonna be spawning up on blue side. They have an opportunity off rip, as you always do on Scar. It feels like, right off of the start is one of the best chances that you're gonna get to put points on the board.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can do that so far. Nobody really winning the breakoff. If anybody, it is Spade pushed up incredibly. Or excuse me, Power Surge pushed up incredibly aggressively here toward mid-map. Spade on the defense, not able to get a whole lot going. It's just Pinstripe in the kill feed. Nobody really grabbing the devices. It will reset here. That allows Aspect free reign to push up the map, but he's losing his teammates around him. He's got to make a play here soon, but he's going to get red. That's going to be 3 dead. Last one alive toward Market, but a huge double from Joe. We'll delay it for now.
You do have to deal with this player top red steps, but they do a really good job of clearing that player out quick. So Liquid finds another one towards the plain heady side now. Really, good nade over the top from Top Shot. Looks to just try to run this one in on through.
Yeah, double kill coming through from Top Shot. Aspect gonna run the device, but not gonna happen. He'll get shut down. Leverage is still here, though. That's gonna be 3, and that's gonna be the first score for Power Surge. We didn't really do a listen-in with them on hardpoint. I'm curious how the comms are sounding after taking that SND, how they're gonna be sounding in this map number 3. Let's take a quick listen with the Power Surge.
Absolute, absolute.
Okay. I'm living.
Try and pick up your mid.
One more main wing.
Yo, 2 mid.
I know.
Oh, shit,
I got one mid.
All the way marked.
One more wing on me. Two wing, and 1 hit through our spawn. You know what? One's gonna be behind us, guys.
I'm here.
He's
18. Push it through. 18, push it through.
Okay, I'm looking. 18 is weak. 18's 1 nice good trade. Watch our front.
They're gonna bomb. They're gonna run at us. They're gonna run at us. 100%.
So weak, bro.
They get that? It's ATA.
Red. No.
This. It's all good. It's all good.
Back or green right now.
Absolute. Nice.
One's on.
That's the listening there with Power Surge. Definitely not too bad in the comms. I mean, they keep us tied up at 1 apiece here throughout the first half of this first period. And they're going to get a chance to go on offense again. Got to be careful. They did overrun Omri, but they found the trade out. Ripped gets found as well. So it's leverage just all the way through. Needed to find that pistol kill, but the trade rolls on through regardless. So Power Surge going to take the lead here in Overload.
Yeah, there you go. 2-1 now. Spade Gaming did get that score going on through during that listening, but counter cap is there with about a minute off the clock now. 2 minutes left to play in the half, and this time around Spade Gaming getting some kills to push up the map. Amiri kind of on an island though by his lonesome. Didn't really love that play. A little bit of patience would have went a long way there, but you still have Liquid in your spawn. He's going for the Omega route here. Can he find anything? He's behind the entire roster. 3 falling, and that'll be the go button. The equalizer's on in, and we have a tie ball game.
Somehow also get that kill. You're right on a Hellstorm as well. So if you're able to get another kill in the back here, might confirm that Hellstorm for you, and that makes things significantly easier. You'll lock that down. You look to hard wrap around the back of these P3 side, I should say P5 side positionings. You still have players rooted all the way in the back. You just need a device carrier, and finally it comes through. Looks like it'll be another one now for Spade Gaming White. So, you know, right when they looked a little down, they immediately slam 2, and Omri just can't lose a gunfight right now.
Yeah, he's heating up, and we saw that in the first map as well. I mean, replicating that performance right now, 15 and 6, able to chain together a couple of kills with that great slaying from his teammates here. But on the flip side, you got the drone incredibly pushed up if you're Power Surge. I like the idea there from Aspect, just better reads coming through Radaza, not letting that one go through without a fight. And it will be Spade with the drone in hand, looking to try and push forward, but it is going to be Power Surge winning a couple of key gunfights here. We'll see if they're able to make anything off of this.
Yeah, you will finally spot out that number 7 player. Joe Biden up close, does make it a second. Does finally get cleared on out, and device control back in the hands of Spade. Yeah, Hellstorm comes through. Redza gonna pick up 3 total with it, so that's almost a full wipe by itself. Just gotta find top shot him, but maybe you don't even have to do that. Ripped just tries to run on through, but good nades over the top will keep things still within 1.
Yeah, Namiri last alive, trying to get out of here. Wait for his reinforcements to arrive, and he will do so. 9 seconds left, and you got to be careful if you're top shot out here. You don't really want to relinquish the drone. If you die here, they grab it. They have a chance to score late into this one. You need to stay alive, and you're getting wall banged to death here. He's going to go for the chow. He'll get taken care of, so no OT score coming on in for the Surge, as we will be within 1 going into the second half here. A great first half, I feel like, from both of these teams. Specifically, this guy on your screen, Amiri, absolutely frying.
It's been a couple of really good individual efforts in this one, but you know, again, individual efforts are great. We see them, you know, especially that map 1, you know, they were enough to bring you through if you're Spade, but you can't rely on them consistently. It feels like, you know, we see a little bit of the cracks in the armor in that first half. Power Surge, you know, had a lead for a moment, and they can show, you know, they can streak a couple in a row here, so still by no means a comfortable second half.
Yeah, I mean, you can never really be comfortable in Overload, even with a big lead, unless it's the very end of the game, until it's, you know, clock's winding down low. You got to make sure that you're keeping your foot on the pedal here, and off the opening break, it's going to be a pinstripe kill feed. Power Surge pushing up toward Market, but they have to worry about Radaza all the way in your spawn. He's back blue right now, lurking behind enemy lines, and he's trying to find something. He does get the first, and that'll draw the arrows back, but on the flip side, I mean, Power Surge, they got you in the spawn trap for the moment. Can they make the most of these positioning kills? And it looks like the answer is no. Shut down.
They got one on their doorstep near White Wall, but Redza reads that player and takes it down. Does get traded out, so down goes a lot of the progress towards that Hellstorm. Ripped is here in a dangerous spot. Tries to barely try to push on through the trade from Omri. Omri rolls that one down. Spade will take a 2-point lead now with still 4 to go, though, so feels like a lot of Overload still to play.
Yeah, good route coming through, and I feel like, you know, that was one you got to defend if you're Power Surge. They had the numbers there, just didn't get the trades in time. And this might be another one going through. Yeah, Aspect not able to shoot him in time. Not sure what happened there. Maybe some miscommunication coming through from Power Surge. And now SG White, I mean, turning up in the second half. We did a listen in with the Surge. Let's go into a listen in with SG White's the other comment as well.
One top, nice.
That's 3 days.
Get
Look for Joe Biden.
One top blue. Outside top blue.
I have your shot.
Two top blue.
Stay up. They're gonna be your close.
I'm chilling.
Top blue dead. Nice, that's 3.
Top one shot,
Last one aspect.
Go.
That should be a cap. Nice.
Spawning boat.
Did you?
They're gonna be out playing.
They're out. Yeah, I'm playing already.
I got one mid cut. One more mid cut and one plane.
There's gonna be 2 on pinch.
I cut that.
One more on pinch.
I'm staying up. Go, no, push back left.
Take that plane, yeah.
I'm nading mid cut. I'm nading white wall. Nading white wall.
Top blue dead. There's one front store on me.
Give me a second. I'm hitting a route.
One more deep. One more on tank.
Two dead. We're looking for 2.
He got a plane. One got a plane. They're all spawning right side.
The comms there with Spade Gaming White. I mean, they sound calm, cool, and collected right now as a squad. Those comms were just clean in general. They get a good couple of bloods here as well. Leverage left the last one standing. A massive spawn out because of this route from Redza. And that kill should seal it. Oh, maybe not on the goal line. So close, looking for another player to try to slam it home. But it's just nearly that Power Surge will live on the goal line.
Yeah, and I mean, Power Surge, they do defend that push, but you're running out of time here. 2 minutes left. You need to score this on this particular conversion because, I mean, you're not going to have many more opportunities. Nice double, though, from Liquid. We'll grab the device, and we'll get on out of here. Actually, he's going to keep re-challenge. Maybe not the best decision there coming through from Liquid, but, I mean, he stops a couple of players from getting through and potentially making a play happen. Ritasa with the knife, shutting one down toward the market area, but this drone is going to go through. Aspect going to grab it and run. He'll get the third one now on the border. I thought he was. Wow, what a goal line defense coming through, and that's probably going to be the dagger there.
Yeah, that's a tough situation if you're Aspect. You try to hit a little bit of a slower route to try to stay behind that box, but it might have been what costed you the ability to grab that point. Could have been as well just a good nade, a good stun that stops you from getting in through. Is now, I mean, with less than a minute to go, and it's almost mathematically impossible for this one for Power Surge. So we're going to head in now towards that map 4 on Colossus Hardpoint with Spade looking for a chance to close, and, they've just looked like the more consistent respawn team so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like these guys, they're just playing together well, and they're trusting each other to make the plays. We've seen a couple of, crazy routes coming through from players like Radaza, like Liquid, getting into your base, and, they're just trusting each other to be able to patiently wait for them to make a play, and then hit the go button, and just waiting for, the trades to roll through. And Spade Gaming winning the slaying battle, I feel like, significantly as well in both these respawns. This one was a lot closer than the first hardpoint, but, I mean, you're winning it pretty comfortably regardless. 7-2. The final score might just be here as the pistol kill comes out for the side of Spade Gaming, and we'll be 2-1 heading into that Colossus Power Surge. I mean, I will say, a better effort across the board in the slaying. You kind of see it right there, 20s across the board for the team. So if they can take that into map number 4 and just play a little bit more tightly together, close-knit on Colossus, they could still take this to map 5.
Yeah, especially if we, do go to that map 5. The Den Search can be a little bit of an awkward one for a lot of teams, right? It's such a common and standard map, but a lot of the rounds sort of, feel like 50-50s to a certain extent. You have mid plays, I guess, but, there's a certain amount of familiarity that plays out on a map like that. So you do have to, first and foremost, find that Colossus, and that means you're going to have to ratchet up the pace big time heading into this map number 4.
Yeah, I feel like pace has kind of been where, the side of Power Surge has been lacking a little bit, especially in the respawns. I mean, we kind of saw it in the SND. They were able to have a little bit of pace when they needed to, but they were playing pretty slow. Maybe some default rounds coming through in that one. But, I mean, yeah, in the respawns, it's just not been there. I feel like the pace, you see it like it kind of in spurts here and there, but just not enough in the end as a unit, really. They're just not playing together with enough pace to make it effective enough. And I mean, that can happen sometimes. You're not playing fast enough. When you're not getting the kills rolling your way, I mean, it can be tough to try and win the series. So we'll see what ends up happening in that map number 4 we got here in a second. We're going to send it to a quick break while we get that locked and loaded. We'll be right back with that map here in a moment.
Welcome back, one and all. Map number 4 here on Colossus Hardpoint. And it Stark says every Colossus does, with a nade kill and a absolute cacophony of explosions.
Yeah, well, Sleepy Joe asleep at the wheel. Aids his teammate off the opening break. Not what you love to see. And it will be Spade pushing forward. Amiri with 2, looking for the third one off of the spawn. Is going to get some tags, and we'll hunt that player down. And again, it's Joe falling yet again. And, well, Spade with the early advantage. They'll have the setup on P1. They'll have the spawns for P2. And, well, an accidental smoke grenade throw. So this series just has all the surprises.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter too
Another
much.
Team.
They,
what are we doing,
once
guys?
again, text their teammate. Yeah, don't worry. We traded
Guys, what are we doing?
For 2 team kills. I think they did it on purpose so they wouldn't get in trouble
probably
for the smoke, if I had to guess. Yeah. So, you know what? Even trade. Over to P2 we go, and it is still Spade. The team here early, cleaned on out with that initial kill. Ooh, Omri is just a really great off the brakes. 6 on that first life. Might be looking in towards a Hellstorm.
Alpshana, though, with a 3. Nice triple for him to find. Breaks the front of the hill. Has his teammates in support as well. They're going to try and break the spawns. 2 more players. Just make it 1 now. Ripped in the back. Will get traded, and there you go. Flip coming through. Power surge. Going to be the benefactors of that, and we'll see how long they can hold this, because, I mean, they've done a decent job in the slang department so far to break it, but it can be a different task to try and hold, as it's just been a contest fest on this one. I swear they're doing it on purpose.
Teammates best in this one.
I swear they're doing it on purpose. They gotta be.
I'm a little hesitant. It's weird. I mean, we see, you know, it's just a pretty back and forth P2 there. I think especially we're going to see the same thing on P3. But I think the team that really locks down that P4 is going to have such an advantage in this one.
Yeah, we'll see if they don't nade each other off of time in P4. Well, I mean, I feel like we're already up to 4 team kills for the Power Surge. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep a counter. I'm keeping one in my head, my mentalness right now. Yeah, it might be. Well, one was a self nade, so I'm not counting that one. But we'll see going forward. If yeah, just a lot of chaos ensuing for Power Surge. I don't know what's going on, but they're making this entertaining at the very least.
Yeah, Leverage gets in through green here. Does find a second kill. I don't know if I like that child from Ripped. So Leverage gets in a position and finds 3 kills total. Looks for 4, looks for 5. Gets at least bullets into that 5th player. So single-handedly does break the hill and just beats that Stemtex off the map, I guess. You know what? Better than your teammates.
Yep. If you didn't say it, I was going to. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength there, Graf. And so far, it's going to be Spade with a slight advantage as we head into P4 here. You got the pinch coming through. Top shot looking for him, but not going to find it. Amiri in the rat corner in the back's going to draw arrows his way. He spawns his teammate here somehow. These spawns on Colossus are crazy. White time. I mean, all bets are off when that happens. You still got Amiri's side door you got to deal with. But Leverage waiting patiently for his kill. And it's Amiri, though, with the camera, with the shutdown. The Power Surge will be on the time, though. But, I mean, you still got to deal with Amiri.
I think there's already 2 Hellstorms available, and we're on P4 number 1. So this might be a fun one. We'll see. This one's gonna go back and forth a lot.
I'm having a great time.
As
I'm having a great time.
on towards the hill. I mean, Spade. They get that break, and they should be able to soak the rest of this. Question is now, how are you able to transition this into P1 into P2?
Yeah, I feel like that is the question, right? I mean, P1, not really irrelevant, but maybe less relevant than the other hills on this map. Even P3,
Dude,
able to earn more time. And another T. Bro, I'm telling you, we should have like a TK counter in the corner for you guys on stream. A little overlay action, because I think that's 6 or 5 now. 5 now. One self-nade, 5 team kills. And they're all from Power Surge, which is the crazy part for me.
Yeah. It would be funnier if, like, Spade had 1 or 2 as well, but... No, Power Surge have just been...
I think it's funnier that they're all from Power Surge. I think that's the funny part.
No, you're right. You're right. No, yeah. It's just aspects mainly that's been struggling in this one so far. To that, effect, though, you're still more or less tied up at the moment, and you've got, at least a little bit of purchase in towards these P2 sides. A little bit up for grabs, though, as Liquid on this wrap is in a great spot to cause some mayhem.
Yeah, and honestly, we're memeing the team kill thing to death, but Power Surge, they're outslaying them at the moment somehow with all these team kills coming through. So, I mean, props to them. They're doing a great job on this Colossus. If they can keep this up, they could definitely send us to map number 5. Pistol beatdown coming out from Shada to try and stay alive toward P2. He'll do a great job, and there you go, Power Surge. They clean house. They deal with the pressure for spawns, and now have a setup for this P2 hold.
Yeah, Aspects up close P1. Does want to try to wrap some of these players late all the way quickly in towards the back, but they go 3 dead instantly. So Spade, fantastic sequence for them. They'll get those trophies down and they'll get extra locked in to this hill. Again, I don't know if I like that aggression there from Ripped. There's going to be a lot of arrows. You do at least get the 1, and it puts your team in an alright spot.
Yeah, Shada last time around was able to get the 3 to break from the front, but this time it is a team effort from Spade to knock them backwards, and they will knock them all the way back toward yellow. So great wave for them to find. You spawned all 4 out, and now you have the perfect time to set up on this P2. This should be the remainder of the scrap time going your direction if you can win one more wave of gunfights, but so far so good. Aspect and crew chiming on in for a couple here. Joe with the double, able to get a lot of this scrap time going your way. So, I mean, hey, I talked about Spade getting the scrap time. It's actually going to be Power Surge claiming in on those couple of kills, but rotations are going to be key now as we head to P3.
It's a lot of space now for Spade off of that decision, and it's a matter of how good are you on the break right now on this P3, because you get sort of rooted out. It's just that player now towards green. It's Leverage. Try to do what they can here. Again, reminder, Hellstorm's available for, I believe, both teams. So it's a matter of when do you start to invest those?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe my ears are deceiving me. I thought I heard one in the sky, but it's not going to be happening as of yet. And yeah, I feel like this would be the hill, maybe to invest, or P4 probably, I guess, would be the other hill to try and invest. It could be difficult to use the Hellstorm on this map when everybody's inside, but we'll see if it's going to be Power Surge able to hold this, because you got Amiri on the pinch, able to find 2. Can he make it 3? And he will. Tripling up there, Amiri. Nice 3K, looking for 4, but his teammate's there to clean that one up anyway, but he pushes up pretty far, so they're still going to spawn in yellow. Maybe a mistake coming through from Amiri, not backing up, trusting his teammates to get the trade there. It looks like Body's being shot as well. Amiri, feel his oats right now.
I don't blame him. A great life from Amiri so far. Actually does stay away from that player. Gets another one. Yeah, that is a great turn on low HP. You clear out that number 4 player, Joe Biden, and now, I mean, you're set up on the P4. Whether or not you're able to convert is a separate question. But so far, Amiri keeps on trying to answer, picks up a Hellstorm, and then gets another one. So huge first wave wipe there from Spade. They're able to set up a lot on the map now.
Yeah, I think that Spade have a couple of Hellstorms now to work with. So, I mean, kind of, you know, I mean, up to them whether they want to invest this or not. But so far, I mean, they're soaking from the front anyway, so they had so much space to work with. Why even use it here? You can save it for a rainy day if that day ever comes. And so far, speaking of rainy days, I mean, Aspect having a pretty tough go of it on this map. They are raining on his parade, 9 and 23.
28 kills already in this one from Omri. There's a couple of players with some really great performances. But Spade at the moment, they've just got the edge when it comes to points on the board. They get a little bit of the edge in the slaying overall. That's all they're really going to need to close this one out. They just need to stay a little bit above water and just stop Power Surge from finding any really big money hills.
Yeah, it can be tough, but I mean, seems like Spade have awoken in the second half. They're doing their thing now, 30 seconds away from closing out map number 1. It will be Power Surge on the time, but are you going to read this route from Radaza? He does go through, but unable to find it. It's going to be Top Shot shutting him down here. Ripped, able to get one, but the team kill does roll through. So, I mean, hey, Power Surge, they're not out of this. I have seen crazy comebacks on this map in particular, and in a lot of kind of like crazy last-minute fashions on that P4. So, I mean, Power Surge, if they're up for the task, they can do it, but a 3K coming through, Ripped letting them know. He'll flip the spawns, and it's going to be Spade 20 away from closing.
Yeah, they've got P2 side. They get a couple of kills. Ripped finds another one. He's dancing
he's
around
dancing
the hill and gets another. You can tell he's letting them know. And now, I mean, within 10 of the win, already you're still set up. It's just a couple more kills that you need. Redza not quite able to put the icing on the cake just yet, but this one is now done and dusted. 250 to 142 in that final hard point. And, you know, it did sort of feel like the respawns just kind of didn't go your way.
I feel like that was the best chance that they had, though, in that respawn. Well, I guess the first half of the overload, maybe too. You could point to, but yeah, the first half of the overload, the first half of this map, it just feels like just not able to be consistent all the way through. You know, and that's kind of what I was worried about for the side of Power Surge. You know, you have it in you to, you know, keep up, but it's just a, you know, the name of finesse right now, and so far just getting out finesse.
Bro, I don't know what to tell you. My game's ass.
We can hear
like,
them
I'm legitimately
chatting there.
I hate this shit.
They're just saying, hey, GG's, but yeah, they know it was a little bit of a tough series, but, you know, at the end of the day, someone's got to win, and it's a good win to find on the board. It's now Spade moving to 3-1 here towards the tail end of, I guess, their week 2 specifically. Still matches to play in week 2, but they're done at least for now.
Yeah, good start. I believe, you know, Spade doing their thing, 3-1 Power Surge. I mean, a tough start of the season for them. I believe now 0-3, potentially 0-4, depending on how that other match that I don't think they've played goes. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're not out of it yet, but you got to turn the season around sooner rather than later. And I mean, that was a tough opponent regardless. So, you know, it would have been a tough win regardless if they did end up sending it the distance tonight. But yeah, gonna have to bounce back next week. And so far, yeah, Spade, I mean, proving to be one of the top teams in this division. We'll see if they can keep cooking. That was a fun series graph. I was a little disappointed we didn't go map 5, but I mean, hey, you know, the odds were against me.
Yeah, I mean, it was a, you know, I was glad to go the 4. I think we got to see that Colossus. Always a fun map to see, but yeah, 3-1 sort of feels like a correct place for that series to end. It was a good search win, but other than that, it felt like those respawns just, got away from you. Sometimes they do. So you get a little bit of, good VODs to go look at next time, but that'll do it for us here tonight. Thank you all again so much for joining for some more EWG action. I believe there will be some more matches tomorrow night on the main stage, as well as the EWG LAN this weekend. So that'll be a big one if you want to drop a follow and stay tuned. But we'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.